Biology chapter Our Environment. 4 mark questions, 2 mark questions, and 1 mark questions we are going to learn. First question: why is damage to ozone layer a cause for concern? What steps are being taken to minimize this damage? First point: ozone layer protects us from harmful UV rays of the sun. Damage leads to skin cancer, eye problems, and reduced immunity. It also affects plants and marine life. The main cause is release of CFCs from refrigerators, ACs, and sprays. Many countries are reducing the use of CFCs and harmful chemicals. Montreal Protocol was signed to control ozone depleting substances. Seventh point: people are encouraged to use eco friendly products. Planting more trees helps keep the atmosphere healthy. Second question: what are trophic levels? Give an example of a food chain and state different trophic levels in it. You have to write what is trophic level and give example of a food chain, and you have to write different levels in it. First point: these steps or levels in a food chain where organisms get food are called trophic levels. Levels in a food chain where organisms get food are called trophic levels. Producers, herbivores, carnivores. Producers are first trophic level. Herbivores are second trophic level. Carnivores are third trophic level. Herbivores are primary consumers and carnivores are secondary consumers. Example of food chain: grass, grasshopper, frog, snake. Trophic levels now. Grass, producer. Grasshopper, primary consumer. Frog, secondary consumer. Snake, tertiary consumer. Tertiary consumer. Third question: what are the precautions you suggest to reduce the effect of non-biodegradable waste? These are the suggestions. Reduce the use of plastic bags, bottles, and wrappers. Reuse items like containers and bags whenever possible. Separate plastic waste from biodegradable waste. Recycle plastic, glass, and metals. Avoid burning plastic as it releases harmful gases. Encourage others to use eco friendly materials. These are the precautions you suggest to reduce the effect of non biodegradable waste. These are the precautions. Fourth question: what are the advantages of cloth bags over plastic bags during shopping? Cloth bags are reusable many times. They do not pollute the environment. So they do not pollute the environment. Cloth bags are strong and can carry heavy items. They are biodegradable and safe for soil. Cloth bags help reduce plastic waste. They are eco-friendly and look neat. These are the advantages of cloth bags. Now, fifth question: if you want to know more about flow of energy in an ecosystem, what questions do you ask? How does energy move from plants to animals? Why is energy lost at each trophic level? Trophic level. What is the 10% law of energy transfer? Why are food chains limited to few levels? How do producers make energy through photosynthesis? What happens to energy when organisms die? These are the questions. Now, two mark questions. What is the role of decomposers in an ecosystem? Decomposers break down dead plants and animals. They return nutrients to the soil, helping new plants to grow. Seventh question: what will happen if we kill all the primary consumers in an ecosystem? Herbivores disappear, carnivores thrive. Herbivores disappear means so plants will grow uncontrollably. Carnivores thrive because their food is gone. Eighth question. What is ozone and how does it affect an ecosystem? Ozone is a gas in the atmosphere that absorbs harmful UV rays. If ozone reduces, living organisms get harmed by strong UV radiation. Ninth question. What questions will you ask your teacher to know more about ecosystem? These are the two questions. How do plants and animals depend on each other in an ecosystem? What are the different types of ecosystems and their features? Tenth question. Write any two ways in which non-biodegradable substances affect the environment. Pollute soil, water and air because they do not decompose. Harmful animals when eaten or trapped in plastic. Sorry, they harm animals when eaten or trapped in plastic. One more questions. Write a slogan display on Environment Day. Answer: Save Earth, Save Future. Which organisms represents the producers and herbivores in the given food chain? Before we have learned this. Grass, grasshopper, frog, snake, eagle. Producer is grass and herbivore is grasshopper. Expand CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. Expand UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. What is the chemical name of O3? Ozone. Give an example of biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Biodegradable is paper, non-biodegradable example is plastic. Give examples for decomposers. Answer: fungi, bacteria. What will happen if all producers in an ecosystem die? Answer is: all consumers will strive and the ecosystem will collapse. What would happen if there are no decomposers in an ecosystem? Dead organisms and waste will accumulate. Nutrients won't return to soil. 20. According to Mandel, how many traits are responsible to a character? Example: two factors. So we have learned 1 mark questions, 2 mark questions, and also 4 mark questions from our environment chapter. So thank you for watching.